What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video, I've done 100 runs of the dungeon BRD, and in this video, I'm going to show you guys everything that I got from those 100 runs, take a look at how much gold I made, and also talk a little bit about why BRD can be really good. BRD is a big dungeon. There's a lot of different ways to run it, and I'm going to take you guys through the pros and the cons of the different routes you can do in BRD. Before we do that, though, big thank you for all the support on the 0 to 10 million gold guide, which is now above 200 pages with the best tactics and methods that I personally use in order to make multiple gold caps. When you get the gold guide, it also comes with a lifetime of free updates. So whenever I update the gold guide with a new patch or a new expansion, I send the updated version to your email completely for free. So if that sounds interesting, you can check it out with the link down below in the description. But don't forget to use the discount code STUDENT for 50% off. And if you already have the gold guide, which I know a lot of you guys do, and you enjoy it, you're definitely going to enjoy the VIP Discord as well, which is pretty much like a Patreon. But instead of it happening on a website, it's on a Discord server that's exclusively for the people on the VIP membership. And you get a bunch of exclusive benefits, like being able to watch all of these YouTube videos before they go public on YouTube. But you also get exclusive gold making tips, spreadsheets, like investments for future patches and expansions, and much more. So if that sounds interesting, link down below in the description. Now, I'm going to show you guys the run that I do, which focuses on mob kills per hour. So the sole purpose of this specific route is to kill as many mobs as you possibly can in 6 minutes. Because if you do one run in 6 minutes, it takes you 10 runs in 60 minutes, which is an hour. So you can run it as many times as you want to without ever being dungeon locked. And I'm going to take you guys and talk a little bit about the other routes that you have as well. Now, you obviously kill as you go. I don't loot anything in these runs. Well, in this run, that's only because I have a loot from 100 runs in my bags, and I don't want to mess with that. But normally, you would run like this, and you would kill. You will kill a mob or a pack of mobs, and then you would loot that pack of mobs. So first I go into this prison area right here, the detention block. I don't go all the way around because I want to kill the middle as well. So I pretty much kill these two packs right here of mobs, and then I turn around because I want to go into this boss area with all the cells in it, because there's a lot of mobs in this area. And as I said, you want to mainly focus on killing as many mobs as you can in the 6 minutes that you have at your disposal. You got more than that as well. If you do a run in 7, 8, 9 minutes, it's not going to matter. You're never going to hit the dungeon lockout. But this is what I've calculated to be the most efficient routes. So then you want to kill this pack, and you're just missing one pack in the detention block. And then you run all the way around the Hall of Law around here, because there's a good chunk of mobs in this area. Now, I don't go into this pit area for the boss. It's pretty pointless, but instead I just run around. A pro tip, if you do have mining, it's worth mining these dark iron deposits, because dark iron bars has a decent price, and you also have a chance of getting Blood of the Mountain, which is like over 1,000 gold each. Now, after clearing out these two rooms, I open up this garrison door. Important, I do not click the cogwheel right here, this lock. I don't click it at all. Instead, I run up the stairs right here, and I will kill these 4 dwarves right here before I clear out this section. And then I walk into the arena, the upper ring, the ring of law. And then I pull all the spectators around the arena. Big packs. I've had so many epic drops in that dungeon, which takes me to like why you would farm BRD. Now, there is a handful of decent green items that are like okay. None of them are really good, but there's a lot of dungeon specific blue items that can only drop inside of BRD. And on top of that, you also have a good loot table of epic items. Like you can get the Skullflame Shield and the Cloud Keepers, and all of those fancy epics can drop inside of BRD. Now, you want to kill all these spectators right here. And obviously, as I said, you want to make sure that you loot all of these up. And then you just continue. Pretty straightforward. Kill these guys. And then we're going to get to an interesting part that you guys should definitely do. I see a lot of people are missing out on a great goal-making opportunity that we're going to reach soon. But clear out all of these rooms as well. You got plenty of time to do that. I say you got plenty of time to do that, but if you have a speed set like a speed set on a druid like I do, you have plenty of time to do that. Now, you want to walk into this room right here because as you're running and killing the Dark Iron Dwarfs at the beginning of the dungeon, you're going to get the relic keys, these relic coffer keys, which you can use to open up these relic coffer doors. You cannot save these keys. As soon as you leave the dungeon, they will be deleted from your bag. So you got to do this each run. And the reason why you want to open these, first of all, you can get blue items like the Chance Imperial Robe from the little box inside the coffer door. So that's good gold. But the main reason is these bad boys right here, the Dark Iron Booties, which is a trash item, but look at the value and look at the sell rate. It's one of the gray items needed to craft the Topaz Bauble Worm, the battle pet, and they sell really well. So highly, like in 100 runs, I got way more than these 8. But I couldn't be arsed to loot all of them because I'm not in need of gold. So I would just loot. So I had a couple of them to show you guys in this video. But you should go and open up as many coffers as you can to get the boots and the chance of something like the Chance Imperial Robe. Highly recommend you to do that. It's a good seller. It really is. Now you want to walk down here to this boss, Lord Incendius. Kill all the fire elementals. I usually kind of skip these fire elementals because they're so far apart, so you can't really AoE loot them. This next room, which is the last room, is really good. There's a lot of big packs in this room. Kill and loot all of these. And you're also going to be killing the boss in here, this guy, Balgar, just because he's kind of in the way of all the packs of mobs. So we're going to clear out this right side on our way over. And then once we've done that, we kill the 2 packs. That's a side of each side of the boss. Kill the boss, kill the pack, and now you're pretty much just killing on your way out. So clear out these packs right here. Once you've done that, you can use this back door right here, the Shadowforge Gate, to get out of the dungeon. And then once you're out of the dungeon, reset, rinse, and repeat. So that was like the main way that I farm it. If you're slower than this, if you're slower than me, you can, whenever you reach this area with the coffer keys, after opening up the coffer keys, you can save some time by just simply jumping down. Instead of walking down here and clearing out these mobs, you can just jump down to save time. Now, I'm going to go through the loot with you guys, but also show you why it is worth to run the entire dungeon at least the first couple of times until you receive what you're after. Because if you run the dungeon like all the way over to Princess, the last boss, like right here, the Emperor, this room with the Emperor, the last boss of BRD, has mobs that can drop specific patterns. Like you can get the Black Dragon Scale Shoulders, which not the best price because they're quite easy to get, but you can also get the Black Dragon Scale Leggings, which tends to do really well. Now, they can only drop from mobs in that last room, so you should run until the last room, until you have, I would advise, 2 of each. So you have one on the auction house, and if that were to sell, you have a backup one that you can throw directly on the auction house before you go back and you farm a new one. So also keep that in mind. Now, we're going to take a look at the items that I got. I got a bunch of Swashbuckler's Eye Patch. I keep these, even though I have many of them right now, because they have a good sell rate. I always sell these. They're only 100 gold right now in my realm, which is, well, actually TSM is down, and it's been down for almost 5 days, so it might be more, might be less, but they just sell really fast. And then I got like some world drop blues, like the Warmonger Double Searing Needle right here. You will get Imperial items. You will get a bunch of hats. This hat in particular is quite bad in price right now, but they tend to do well. All kinds of like wizard-looking hats do really well. You get Overlord set. You get the Alabaster set, which is actually a unique transmog set. You get the Hibernal Robe, which tends to do okay. You get some good gray items, like these smooth leather boots are unique of appearance, so you want to keep these as well. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 epic items, which is like the amount 6 epic items in 100 runs is not bad. It really isn't. That's 0.6 epics per hour. But I got the Wall of the Dead, the Blood Racer, Edgemaster Handguards, the Calibrated Boomstick, Eye of Flame, and the Hurricane. My epics weren't good, sadly. But yeah, I mean, I can't complain because it's a decent amount of epics. Now we're going to look at the items that are specific to BRD that can only drop in BRD. So we have the Brain Cage. It's a bad item because it shares appearances with so many items. We have the Blister Bane Wrap, which is a decent cloak. I got a bunch of the Judge's Gavel, which is a unique weapon, just not the best price. I also got the Rib Splitter, bunch of those. Again, it's a unique item, but they're not super rare, so they only fetch a tiny bit of gold. Also got the Battle Chaser Boosts. I got the double Aristocratic Cuffs, which is also a unique item. I got double Doomforge Straight Edge, which these are good. I've sold a bunch of these for like 50, 60, 70,000 gold. Horrible price on this realm though, so I might move them to a different realm. More Alum's Grips is again another unique item from BRD. You have the Rune Golem Shackles, and you have the Funeral Pyre Vestment. So I did pretty good on these runs. There's the Spire of the Stone Shaper, though. The only, if I'm not mistaken, is the only BRD blue item that I did not get, which is also the best blue item, has a market value of like 150k. I've done several mailbox cleanup videos where I've sold it for like 250, 300,000 gold. So that one is a solid blue item. When it comes to the total amount of gold that I made, using the add-on Bag Appraiser, which takes the market value of everything in my bags, you can see that I got 1.2 million gold of market value. Like the average price in Europe, the entire Europe, would be 1.2 million gold. If I, however, take the minimum buyout, which might be slightly wrong right now because TSM has been down for 5 days, then it would go down to 434,000 gold. So I would average like 43,000 gold an hour. Not the best, but then again, it's RNG. So I'm relatively happy with the amount of blue items that I got. And I would have made way more gold if I just went for the Dark Iron Baby Booties. But like, it would be kind of pointless to have 50 of these boots, right? And try to convince you guys that I would have no problem selling these in no time. And I also probably would have done better gold-wise if I did the full run and went for more of these patterns, but it's the same thing again. Once I have these patterns and a bunch of these boots, I would much rather focus on killing more mobs and doing shorter runs in attempts of getting these blue items. So you can't have it all unless you're really lucky. But with that being said, that was pretty much it from loot for 100 BRD runs. So if you have any suggestions on what dungeon I should do next, then please let me know by typing it in the comment section down below. And that's pretty much it. So don't forget to check out the VIP Discord together with the 0 to 10 million gold guide, both linked in the description. And I will see all of you guys back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye-bye.